I'm gonna need my controller, probably. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. It's still Christmas age. I'm sorry I haven't had time to do Mario RPG still. It'll get there eventually though.
Oh, you'll be sorry.
I just said sorry.
Oh, but you will be.
And I am currently too, so... yeah.
And you'll be even more.
I'm gonna be even more poop. Okay, so which one do we want to do first? We have Sleigh Bells, Fech the Ferret, and Sal C.
Salsy. But before that, can I
Salsy.
just accost you about something?
Yeah, sure.
Can I just accost you real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so well, look at this
this is a
this
Birdo game.
animal.
Okay, I will look at an animal. Is that a Digimon?
Okay, I'm sending it. Main sense.
It
Okay,
already
so your
sent.
first thought was, is that a Digimon, right?
Yeah. Looks like Digimon.
So you
art
immediately
style.
could pick up on the fact that this is not. This looks like a Digimon to you, right?
I'm gonna put it on screen. Oops. Yeah. Like, look at that shading style.
Me and Arrow lost our shit recently. Because we're doing like... Okay, ignore the shading style, right? Okay, here's just a question, right? If you saw this in real life, without a shading style, obviously, right? Would you think this was just a normal dog?
Maybe a dog that's severely neglected.
Also, it has knives on its heels.
Yes, that's true.
And its ears have no actual hearing hole, they're just two ribbons.
They look like Digimon type of ears.
Yeah. Okay, so the reason I'm getting on this... also, by the way...
This tells you, Biss, that I've seen enough Digimon that I start picking up on this stuff. What makes something look like a Digimon?
Yeah. The other thing that gets me is it's like this big, right? The image is sending.
Larger than a child, Jesus.
Fucking huge, right? Yeah. They fucking literally had like I can't go over this, right? They had like the entire main cast of all the seasons get a good look at this thing for like half an episode, right? And then it opens its mouth and talks, and they're like, "Wait, that's a Digimon."
Oh my god!
They just thought it was a dog, and these are people whose entire life revolves around Digimon. I can't get over it. Yeah. Also, for the way, it's the best name ever. Do you know what its fucking name is?
Tell me.
Doberman.
Oh, I think I've heard that you've mentioned Doberman before. Because it's like a Doberman. Hi, Shan. Welcome to the stream, Shan.
Yeah.
Alright, we ready to start playing games.
It turns up for what... Yeah. It's kind of weird because it turns up for one episode and rips its own skin off and allows its data to spill out.
For a second I thought you were going to be like, and it does jack shit.
No.
I was expecting
it shows up for one episode.
Nothing.
No, it shows up for one episode and is like, I'm here to give you a gift from God. And then it like rips its own skin open and disintegrates so that a load of magic... Yeah.
Anyway, are we ready to start playing the game?
Digital world.
This Birdo engine game?
Yeah.
So.
Let's go and do this. Sorry. I just needed to mention Doberman to you. It was on my mind, okay? The world's like least convincing dog.
But this looks like an arcade game. Peyton Dove. You ever looked like an arcade game, Biss?
You look like an arcade game.
This one's the right one. Where? Oh, there's
I don't know.
Bug.
I'm gonna have to ask everybody who's ever seen me.
There we go. You're gonna have to please excuse me if I'm slightly slow at stuff tonight. I'm easily distractible. Oh, it's Sally! Look at those little creatures. They look like... They remind me of something, but I can't place it. The Artlings. Can you please get to play the alien? You wanna be weird and on purpose? Or you wanna play an alien character or something? I see. Sasha's an alien. Look at Sal. They stole her painting! Get that painting, Sal.
Can you bloody believe that? Can you fucking believe that? Fucking stealing a painting and all. Fucking unbelievable.
You can play Sasha then? Hey Sasha, Shan wants to play as you because you're an alien. And they want to play as aliens. This music sounds just like, Mappy. Whoops.
Oh god, is that a compliment?
Oh, it's like Mario Bros. Yes, that is a compliment. I love Mappy music. I love Mappy in general.
Mappy has a very specific sound to it.
Yeah. There's that one bong sort of sound, you know?
I think I once tried to make a song that sounded like Mappy once.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Ow, my ears. You did that so loud.
What did I do loud? I did what loud? What did I just do? Oh, the bong.
Bonged!
Bong.
You bonged!
How do I kill those enemies? Because I can't go in the door.
My internet's too shitty. I can't watch the stream.
Oh no! That's like half the point of us to be streaming.
Oh no, sure, no.
Oh, you just jump on the flying ones, I guess.
Never mind, it's working now.
Some kind of
It's
inconsistent
very badly
rules.
working, but it's working.
Well, I freaking killed all the enemies.
The enemies feel
what?
vaguely Yoshi's Island-esque.
Yeah. Oh,
You
there's
agree
a
that they
down
feel a bit
ladder.
Yoshi's Island-esque?
Perhaps. They reminded me of some. Oh, Wario Land, the first one. That's
Oh,
what they remind me of.
Piccolo... Wait, Piccolo died?
You know.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that bugs have such short lifespans. That's always the trouble with keeping them as pets. Because like any pet, you want to keep them forever, but they're like the pets you can keep for like the shortest amount of time. But you know what I mean about Wario Land, Bis? You know the little Goomboids in Wario Land? The first one?
Oh yeah!
That's what these are making me think of.
Yeah.
I knew they reminded me of something. It took me a while to place it.
That's such a good way of summing up something from Mario Land. It's just oids.
Goomboids.
I love how in the first Wario Land they have like the blocks with the faces on them, but they're just really stern faces.
So I think my criticism of this game would be is that I wish you walked a little faster. Sally's a little bit of a slowpoke. Wish it was a little faster to get around.
Is there a run button that you haven't tried holding?
Don't think so. Let's see. There doesn't seem to be a run button, no.
You should put that as, you should recommend that to the dev. You should be like, hey, I like your game. But I think they would have a higher skill ceiling if there was a run button that made you go real fast.
And or if the player movement was faster. General. Why can't I push the button? Oh, it's already pressed.
Oh yeah, there's tons of Namekians. Like Dende, and Elder Kami Guru, and Lord Slug. There's just Kami, I guess, as well. There's the Nameless Namekian, but that's not really useful to name a character. You can't name somebody after the Nameless Namekian.
Hold on, let me... I want to see those Wario Land enemies. Wario Land... Mario Land 3. What? What are you giggling about?
Like, I will not name my bug Lord Slug.
But I will name my bug Lord Slug. Oh yeah, see? This is the best shot I could find of those enemies. See them? They got those eyes. Is there just like artwork of them? Are they on the cover maybe? They are not on the cover.
I feel like there were some very similar enemies in Wario Land Shake Dimension.
Over here it was called Wario Land Shake It. I'm always fascinated by those regional name differences in regions where they both speak the same language. Why can't they go get a line up with it exactly?
I have once again brought the list of all Namekians. Banjo,
that was a list.
Bell, Mandolin.
Yeah, your internet sucks today, Bis.
Maraca,
you keep cutting out.
Marimba, conga, cymbal, drum, harp, organ, piano, tambourine,
having feelings and you love
ukulele.
Us, I'm glad.
Aww.
We love you too. Ouch. Oh, it really is Mario.
It is a list of instruments, because the thing is that's because in one of the early arcs of Dragon Ball, Demon King Piccolo, who is like Piccolo's dad, births a load of dragons.
I've died.
Who are all technically Namekians because they're his kids. No!
Oh, this is the end of it. It's an arcade game. You start from the beginning. Hey, Callie. Another tip for the Sal devs is if you
but he's talking against the proper ones, like.
Are you talking over me? I think Bis is on a really bad delay.
I'm not talking over you. Keep going.
Anyway, I have a tip for the Sal devs.
I'm just distinct, okay?
Oh. Yeah, every time you speak, it's like while I'm talking. Okay.
What's the tip?
Okay. My tip for the Sal devs is that if you tell everybody that your character...
Okay, I'm gonna just finish listing off all the Namekians in the entire franchise then, since I'm on a delay. Let's just do this.
Please! I almost got through it! It's a very short thing I have to say.
This is great! I love this! I can just say whatever I want, and then it like jumps out at you in the way.
Please, I just have such a short thing I'm trying to say.
Oh, I have a very long thing I'm gonna say, and you're gonna have to listen to all of it.
Stop it!
Oh, it's gonna be so great. And I'm and on in the middle and make it so long.
No! Okay, my tip for the Sal devs is that you should tell everybody. You should tell everybody that your character is a trans woman, and then you'll get more attention. Here you go. Make your character canonically a trans girl. That'll get you more attention. From the right kind of crowd. In my opinion. Okay, Bis, which one do you also... Hold on, maybe we can... Let's...
Naraku, Piccolo, Tanta, Tanish, Tsubori, Suno, Vic.
Let's see if let's see if we're resynced now. Missy Boo? Hey, Bissy. Oh man, we lost them. They're completely gone now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Biss? Just hang up the call and let's try again. Oh.
Hello? What's
Biss,
up?
hang up your call. Let's just start the call over. There we go.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, which game do you want us to play next?
Let's have a look at what stuff we got downloaded. We could play Fetch the... Wait, to play Sleigh Bells.
Okay, do you have that Birdo Christmas game for me?
Oh yeah, I'll go get that now, on one condition.
One condition.
You have to pick one injustice you have wrought upon me recently and apologize for it.
I don't think I've brought any injustices
It can be
upon
any
you.
injustice. Elena, I'm sure you have. It can be any.
I can't think of anything. Let's play Sleigh Bells. Windows protected my PC. Oh boy. Where's our game capture? Sleigh Bells. Playing with a controller is highly recommended for the greatest experience. Flashy imagery and bright colors. Oh no! I don't know if I'm in the right
Not bright colors.
mindset for that right now. Fast camera movement. Christmas Age. Miles games. Oh, Tails made this. This game is by Miles Tails Prower.
Oh my god, I just found a great Tumblr post. Do you want to hear it?
Okay, go ahead. Look at that deer.
Growing up, the rule was we were allowed to be... So this is by Unpretty on Tumblr. It's,
Uh-huh.
Growing up, the rule was that we were allowed to be openly disrespectful and rude to Dad, but only if it was funny. If it flopped, then we would have to endure a lecture about how we were wrong and what might have made it funnier. Or alternatively, he could just be like, oh yeah? Well, I fucked your mom, which there aren't a lot of comebacks for. That's a good post.
Chan says you sound extra British tonight.
Oh, that's a bit mean, isn't it? That's a bit
Violet
mean.
is a reindeer who loves to read.
There's
Kringlaus.
There is something up with my voice. I don't know what it is.
Oh, this has Whittle Tree Adventure vibes. Is a deep cut
Maybe
for
it's
you.
because I watched like 5 seconds of Basil Brush. Maybe that's why.
Anybody watching us ever heard of or played Whittle Tree Adventures?
No.
The game's an interesting
No,
one.
I'm joking, Shan. I'm joking, Shan. I do like hearing that. I don't know. Okay, it's just a little joke. It's okay. It's actually appreciated. I'm just being silly. Okay, less American is good. I will do anything to sound less American.
Whittle Tree Adventures was an interesting game because it looks a lot like this in terms of aesthetic and graphics and everything. But it's like a Super Mario 3D Land like clone knockoff almost, because like it has like every type of environment from Super Mario 3D Land, and it has levels that are clearly just Super Mario 3D Land levels done again. Like I think with very little difference, if any.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Mario 3D Land also had levels that were just clearly Mario 3D Land levels with very little difference.
I guess... How come this has come up 2 nights in a row with you? Why are you just... Why are you dunking on Mario 3D Land's level design? At least this time I brought up Mario 3D Land first.
That's fair.
Just obliterated that sign.
I like how their tails
this
like
is
a little
very...
slug is burrowing into their spine.
I was gonna say it earlier, but I wasn't sure it made sense. But now, this game is very much like a properly 3D version of Klonoa.
Oh, it's a clonoid.
Like a 3D Klonoa. Also, Bis, I want to point out, look how they're doing the eyes there, where they were kind of like always renders on top, so they get the sort of cartoony eye look there, instead of having it cut off by where the nose is in front of it. Isn't that neat?
That's pretty swaggerlicious delicious.
And basically, this is what you do with enemies in Klonoa. It's a little different from Klonoa. But I think I would not be remiss in pointing out the Klonoa vibes.
I love how like the reindeer look like they have like really fat hands. They're such chubby little mitts.
Margaret. They're all naked.
They're naked?
Yeah, all the deer are naked.
Reindeer have very wide feet. Well, that makes sense if they go stand in snow, doesn't it? Because, like, you know, it's like a soft material. You gotta have like a lot of surface area. Margaret! What kind of fucking name for a reindeer is Margaret?
Anyway, I was...
Oh, that's awful.
I saw a post on Tumblr the other day where, I'm not allowed to hit that. I thought maybe it would bounce me, but it doesn't do that neither. I saw a post that it was a picture of 2 furry characters cuddling in bed, right?
Yeah.
And somebody had reblogged it and tagged it with, at first I thought they were just furries, but then I noticed, the clothes on the bed, so actually these are naked furries. That was funny. It's like, oh, they're not just furry characters, they are explicitly naked furry characters.
You see that? Remember that post? Yeah, I read it yesterday that was talking about... Remember that post I liked yesterday that was like, coining the term chibi furs to refer to things like Terriermon as like a genre of furry? I feel like if I had a persona, it'd be more of those.
And remember, what I had to say about Mew being included as a chibi furry?
And you were like, oh no, Mew's a fucking abomination homunculus. And it's like,
yeah, he's a weird
you're right,
flesh homunculus.
It could be 2 things!
It is not it doesn't look cute at all, it looks disgusting. Like I should like squish it between my fingers and it like pops in a disturbing way.
Well, at least it isn't as bad as Mewtwo, who's like half urethra.
Alphotron? Or no, it's just Elftron. Or Eloftron. Sorry, I'm gonna be having trouble reading.
Elephant?
But in my defense, that's a weird word to read anytime. That's a kind of an unusual word.
Norwegian reindeer feces? I'm looking.
It's kind of funny.
God, why do they have high heels? That's kind of weird. Imagine having fucking high heels.
Who has high heels?
In the forest. Norwegian reindeer feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway. So I'm
well, I guess it keeps the meat of their foot off the ground.
I'm slightly enweeded today, right? And I can at the moment I can notice my brain.
Josh Whedon.
Wait, this deer's name is Gary. I can notice my brain looking at normal words and reading them just fine, right? No issues. And then I look at Aloftron and my brain isn't even registering it as a word.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I guess is always the case, but now I'm just in the... I can notice it, you know?
I can't believe you've become a Tump Toker just for the stream.
Is it just for the stream? Oh, I thought the fence was on the other side of me. I think this is the most like this I've been on a stream before. So... we get some, strange deals like that. I wonder if you were a furry, what would your son be?
That's a good
Oh, huh.
That's a good question, Shan.
Nothing comes to mind immediately for Shan.
I associate Shan with moles.
Oh yeah, I was thinking
But that's
something
only
like
like
that.
a shallow association.
Cause I know Shan likes Knuckles. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Also, Shan has drawn moles before.
Yeah, I think I was
That's the
remembering their
main-
mole
that's the main
drawing
reason I
because it
came
kind of
up.
looks like Knuckles a little bit.
Yeah. Something like... One second, let me see if there's an animal called a bear mole.
A bear mole?
Yeah.
How about a mole bear? Could you imagine an entire bear that just digs in the ground? Like pops out like a sandworm?
I would
I don't think Bis is going to want to imagine that.
In the bear hole.
In the bear mole hole.
In the bear... I can't... I would shit in the bear mold. I can't do it. I can't do it. So there's a thing called a bear mole, but it's from Rimworld.
That's Shan. That
And
was
there's a
reading a
thing called a
message from
mole
Shan.
bear, but that's from Monster Sanctuary.
It's Monster Sanctuary. Oh,
You
come
hate...
on.
You don't like soil? Okay, that's fair.
I had too much
I feel
fun
like
digging in
Shan
the
would
dirt
be-
as
I
a
feel
child. I like dirt.
If your son was bare anything, Piss would never speak to me again. That is true, that is one of the downsides.
I used to do yard work for my grandma too, so I'm very
So
used to soil. Wait, is this?
I mean, soil
are
is
these-
dirty.
Are these deers gay? Look, this girl deer is calling the other one honey. Unless that's her mom. That's the only situation. That's the only other situation where I would imagine they'd call her honey.
I think that like sometimes that's just what people call each other, Elena.
Aw, it is her mom. I'm disappointed now. That's just her mom. I couldn't tell because, like, there's nothing special about that deer to say, okay, this is this character's parent. You know? You don't look older than the other ones or anything. My depth perception is not doing well here.
What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, I'm thinking of animals. I think Shan would be something mammalian. But like specifically something mammalian that has a reputation for being a little bit tough.
Shan, have I shown you any of those?
Oh shit, yeah.
This is just
Shan,
untenable. The way that your delay is just really scroggling things.
1 second, let me go
Because
restart
you're just
the
constantly
restart.
talking over me.
I'm gonna go restart. Well, now you know how I feel on stream half the time. You're always interrupting me. You'd be like, "What's my stream?"
Yeah, well, at least I can notice. You can't notice because you don't know when, because you're talking over. Because it's just Discord is talking over me for you.
Oh, I see. So when you do it, you choose to have no shame. When I do it, I have no shame unknowingly, and that's not allowed. If I knew I was interrupting you and was doing it on purpose, that'd make it more acceptable. That's
yeah.
You know, now I come to think of it, that's fair. Because that's basically my logic for why I hate bears. Is that they're incapable of considering the horrors of their own actions.
This can't hear because they're too small, just a itty bitty pussy.
That's not how that works! That's not how sound works!
Oh, depth perception sucks in this a little bit. Not gonna lie.
They put a whole fucking damn circle on the floor and it still ain't doing any good.
Well, I have to get to where the circle is above the thing, you know.
I'm gonna start the route.
Okay, go ahead, miss. 3 ads, oh no! Twitch Y. Whoopsie. Let's go this way. I'm not sure what's slay about this game in particular, because it's spelled slay. S-L-A-Y. I haven't felt like we're doing a whole lot of slaying in this game. Unless it's in reference to, like, that this character slays. Kind of... Doesn't seem particularly yassified to me, though. Seems kind of naked, honestly. Every 3D platformer's gotta have at least one of those. I guess that's not quite true, but they should have that. I mean, I guess I slay these guys. They don't seem integral enough to, like, name the whole game after that. Oh yeah, also, speaking of ads, I have to share on stream the ad that I've been getting for ages. That's, took, like, I kept getting it for ages. I could never frickin' find it because, like, I could never catch it for long enough. Like, it would go back, like, it got stuck in my head. I just kinda got used to it happening, and then it wasn't for a while, and then it would pop back up, and I'm like, oh yeah, that ad is so weird. And so it, like, really wormed its way into my brain. And I was like, I gotta know what this is, but I couldn't find it. Until eventually, and then it stopped coming up, and I was losing my mind because I needed this stupid ad. And eventually yesterday, it finally came back up again, right? And and I managed to get into Google's like ad database where they have like every ad listed, and it was all the ads from the company that makes Honkai Star Rail, and they also make Genshin Impact. But anyway, there was like 600 plus ads in there. I go scrolling through them for like a half hour until finally I come across it. And then I had to load it up on my computer and use Inspect Element to manage to get it. There's this guy getting unreasonably excited over a Honkai Star Rail trailer. There's several of these clips of him where he's like getting excited. So excited for this. I don't even get it. I do not understand this man's excitement.
Inner self is purged.
Yes, it is!
I just have him going, yes it is! Oh, stuck in my head. I don't know why it's so exciting that the inner self has been purged. He's not getting that character, Callie. This is a trailer he's watching. He didn't get the character. It's a character that wasn't out yet at the time, and he's just watching a trailer for it. Like, see, at first, that's what has me so confused about it, Callie, is because at first, that's what I thought it was, right? It was like, oh, this is just a clip of somebody getting a character they were trying to get, or whatever, right? But then in looking into it, there's a little video player thing. Look, what?
Inner self is
Not on this one.
Yes, it is!
But you can see YouTube captions. Oh, Bis is calling me. Hi, Bis. Sorry, it's in streamer mode, so I don't get the sound.
Yeah, I noticed.
But yeah, anyway, in some of the other ads, you can see a YouTube play bar in them, so he's clearly streaming himself watching a trailer. And in this one, you can see YouTube captions. So... hello, Smith. Welcome to the stream. Anyway, that's my tangent about this stupid ad that won't get out of my head.
You mean the tangent where the character's like, my soul is purged, and then it's like, yes it is! Yes!
Yeah. Because yeah, Kelly was saying like, oh, he's so excited because he just got a rare character in the game. It's like, he didn't get her though. That's just him reacting to the trailer.
When you're being paid to be... Well, that's just the thing is, at the end of the day, he's being paid to be enthusiastic. He's got to find something to be
I wonder if he was
about.
like supposed to like react as if he was unlocking it or something, because when I got the ad, that's what I thought was happening, right? I thought he was streaming the game. and he'd just gotten the character. But,
Can this be like the new gimmick, is just taking like that reaction and putting it on different things?
Oh, thank you. Also, that's a really cute emote.
Oh, that's a cute emote.
I like that.
God, you're getting a lot of mileage out of this sleigh bells thing.
It just keeps going.
It just...
I was like, okay, we'll stop when we beat the level. The level keeps going. Okay, maybe there are gay here. Look at that, she's doing the... It's just a scripted thing. He's pretending to react to getting the character. I see. Well, I mean, like, the ads were lifted as, like, Honkai Star Rail trailer reaction. So... But I guess I only saw them labeled as that because I was going, like, deep into the system. So, like... maybe they are supposed to fool you like that. I just want there to be gay girls in this game. It's got that vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it feels like the girls will be gay in this.
A shocking amount of this stream has just been you going up to Sage Games and being like, why are you straight?
Very dope emotes. I think it's because I have My Little Pony type of vibes with the way the characters are built. And well, I guess those characters aren't canonically gay, but they're gay in my head.
The entire fan base agrees that they just are.
Yeah. Jen says every game needs gay girls. A sparkle carrot. Bestie.
I'm gonna play Hoptix Winter Sage Demo .rar, and you can't fucking stop me. There's nothing you could do to stop me. It's not gonna happen.
I got a sparkle carrot.
You got a Sparrot? Captain Jack Sparrot?
Captain Butthole Barrett.
Yeah! Okay, that's pretty cool, actually.
Alright, I don't know
That's
if I want to
actually
keep
pretty
playing
good.
this game. There's another entire level. I'm probably playing through it a little bit slower than I normally would too. I still don't know anything about TF2 outside of memes.
TF2's cool. Kem used to play it. Shan used to play it.
Okay, I think this one is supposed to be gay.
Maz
It's
used
giving
to
me
play
very
it.
gay vibes.
I played the shitty orange box version.
Anyway. Sleigh Bells is neat. It's a little bit it's a little on the simple side though, I will say. It doesn't have a whole lot unique going for it. It's a little bit of a plain game at the moment, I'd say.
Well, Callie did it. Callie's gone and played TF2. See ya.
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I don't remember anymore. I fell asleep.
Oh no, you were like, I hope you... Was that supposed to be to Callie?
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I hope you have a good time, and I hope that you shoot.
Okay, so we have Hoptix.
Who the fuck does...
Huh?
I guess Callie doesn't have a main in TF2.
So
I always assume people are gonna have a main, but then they don't.
So we have Birdo's Holiday Brawl, Hoptix, and Fech the Ferret. Which one do you want next?
Oh, Shan, that's a good question.
This?
Wait, what's that, Lena?
What game are we playing next?
I linked you Hoptix.
Oh, so you want Hoptix next?
Oh, what was the other one that we could
We
do?
have Birdo's Holiday Brawl and Fech the Ferret.
Let's do Birdo's Holiday Brawl, actually.
Okay.
Fuck. I don't know, for some reason part of me kind of like... Shan, that's hard. I would say, like... Spy, Demo Man, or Engineer. Those are the first three that stick out to me. For very different reasons.
Where is my game capture? Shit, they are.
They're probably all wrong, though. Oh, Kem. You've been getting into a bit of burning. A bit of burning
There we
and
go.
singing. A bit of arson. Nice.
Whoa. It's a Super Mario Bros. 2, right? Oh, it's also based on Mario Clash?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I like how cute Birdo is in this. Oh, it bounced between them. That was cool. This game is cute. Like these kind of disgusting renditions of these Christmas songs. they're real stanky. Incredible. It's Mouser. Yeah, have some bombs. Boo. Flurries. Ouch.
Oh, soldier. That makes sense. Kinda. I get that.
Oh, so this is Donkey Kong style, where you have bonus points. Like, there's no time limit, just the amount of bonus points you got goes down the longer you take.
Rocket jumping seems cool. Just like, I don't know, like... I feel like I wouldn't trust myself with, like, the HP cost. I would just assume I would be, like, killing myself constantly with it.
I like how there's very little holiday related in this. There's, like, some presents in the background sometimes. And the music is Christmas music. In the Mario 2 sound font.
Birdo's bare minimum Christmas.
Birdo's bare minimum Christmas!
Can we make a game called Birdo's bare minimum Christmas?
It's called Birdo's bare minimum.
What the fuck would that be about?
I don't know. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. Birdo's bare minimum Christmas.
Maybe it's because you're on, Wii, maybe. It's possible.
No. I'm perfectly normal right now. Got him. What the? Oh, did he have a finisher attack? Oh, come on. Don't Kirby Planet Robobot True Arena on me right now.
Oh my god, Elena.
I will
you'll never get over it, will you?
No, I will never.
Oh,
I've had to start the whole game over.
You're such a doofy little dumbus sometimes.
Sorry to arcade style games on the stream today. Once I game over, that's it. Especially if I made it pretty far in. I don't want to replay it all again.
Hypocrite.
That's why I said sorry to them on today's stream, Bissy. Because of the nature of what we're doing, we're playing a bunch of games in a row, and we want to show them all off.
Okay,
because we only did 3 last time. You want Hoptix next?
Is that the only one available at the minute? I think.
Hoptix and Fech the Ferret.
We might as well get Fetch out of the way.
I don't know what you have against Fetch. I always like it.
I just think it's got. I don't know. I could never get on with it.
You can never get on with your butt.
That's a very mean thing to say, Elena. When all I'm saying is I just don't like fucking Fetch the fucking Ferret. I'm gonna go to Reddit and say.
Well, one of these days you're gonna wake up and it's gonna turn out that I'm Fetch the Ferret now, and then how will you be? Then what will you do?
Reddit, I killed my wife, but she was Fetch the Ferret. Am I the asshole?
I killed my wife and she was Fetch the Ferret. Will I get in extra trouble?
Oh yeah, I've been thinking recently, and I've been trying to like word this into like a Tumblr post. But
How come Fetch the Ferret can do no wrong in our community?
Ugh, please don't.
Huh?
But what was I saying? So okay, what was the thing was like, I've noticed that like Reddit stories are like converging around a certain like the Reddit man hero's journey, you know? And like
Where
the
they believe
hero's
their
journey,
wife isn't cheating, and then figure out that she was, and then they're like, and then they have to just destroy her life.
what's more than that, there is a loving husband and possibly father. His wife asks for an open relationship, possibly after gaining a new implied feminist friend group. He learns or assumes she is already cheating, and then he finds some way of surveilling her that gives him absolute knowledge of the situation. So none of his actions from that point are based on conjecture. He always knows
sure.
exactly what he's doing. Yeah, he's always smugly aware of everything, right? And then what he does is he always has access to an unlimited amount of evidence. He immediately changes all of his behaviors to be as psychologically abusive as possible, but only through inaction, so he can't be blamed for any of it, right?
This is a very good summary of all these stories, you're right.
Yeah. He also creates a big dossier of everything she's done, right? Which he will then secretly distribute to everybody, because then, he can just be like, well, he could be like, well, I'm only telling people what she did, she shouldn't have done that, she wasn't understand by it, and it always ends up the same way. It always ends up with this hypothetical wife,
and you must, and they must never ever, have any inclination towards reconciling or anything like that. It has to be, you gotta cut them out and ruin their life,
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, it is your job to harm them as much as possible. Yeah,
it should be illegal. People should go to jail for cheating.
Yeah, and also there has to also bonus point.
This is the first time Fech the Ferret is starting in not that test room looking part with the pink platforms in space.
Good, I hated that part. But anyway, yeah, and then I always have to, if there's 8 kids, then there has to be this thing where she, for some reason, is weirdly that, if you can put as much feminist coding onto her behavior as possible, feminist from the perspective of an anti-feminist, if you can make her randomly decide she hates her own kids, or she feels like he's been holding her back. If she tries to use any weird gender politics to get out of what she's done, or skew things in her favor, or whatever, right? That's bonus points. Nearly always, when there's a divorce storyline, you've got to make sure that everybody knows that the legal system is on her side, right? But she has to fuck it up through her own incompetence, right? That's one other thing. You give out the details of what she's done to everybody, and you have to have it down that even her own family hates her now and likes you more, likes the in-law more than her. But yeah, these stories ideally always end with the now ex-wife basically finding out that her husband was the only reason she was ever happy or ever experienced any joy in her life. And she has to try and commit suicide and fail, right?
I don't think I've ever heard all of these details in one story, but I've certainly heard all of these details before.
But isn't it amazing how common all these are? That's my point, is they're converging, right? I never heard Reddit stories.
Also, I don't know how to. I've pressed every button. That dark spot looks like some kind of exit or something, doesn't it? It's the only thing that seems like an exit. And I've pressed every button next to it.
Why don't you try fetching it?
Fetching it. I've pressed every button, I've touched all over it. I think something might be broken.
Okay, just restart the stage then, I think, maybe.
Can't. I can quit. Oh, that just closes the game completely. Okay.
Yeah, it just feels I'm not saying that all these stories are fake, right? I'm just saying I think most
of them. A lot of them don't feel fake.
Yeah.
That I listen to.
It just feels like So sometimes I come across stories, right?
Because they don't all have that feminist aspect to them.
Yeah. I just feel like if there were fake stories going around, right? And if I tried to imagine the fakest story possible that I could imagine
That
on
was
there,
it.
yeah, and I keep coming across stories that are just that.
Also, I've talked about this a little bit before, not on stream, but there's like this really big push, like from commenters on this stuff, to be like against open relationships or polyamory. Like they're very strongly against that. They're always like, it will never work. It's always a red flag, you know, that kind of thing. In fact, they'll like harass people who talk about doing polyamory successfully.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, it just comes down to the fact that, like...
Like if there's a story where somebody was in an open relationship and then later on the relationship went wrong, they're like, see, you shouldn't have gotten in that open relationship. That was the mistake. What in God's name have I done to this game? You think monogamy is the weird option? I see. Yeah, I've made a post recently where I was like, I've been polyamorous. What the fuck? Oh, I found how to go fast.
Wait, they added rolling in this?
I don't know what you'd call this. It feels more like boosting.
Wait.
Because you go so fast.
Oh no, it's just boosting. It's just boosting.
Okay,
no, I can't believe they've managed to make me hate Fech the Ferret.
I don't think we're going to be able to do more than this, because the game won't let me progress. I'm only allowed to be in this room.
Am I allowed to feel validated that this is how bad Fech the Ferret is going?
Well, like, I wanted to, like, play the actual game. Why would you be vindicated that I can't even play it?
I'll just how poopy it is.
Shut up, Biz. You're always like, Elena, you can't be mean to these games or their devs. Meanwhile, you with Fech the Ferret throw all your morals out the window.
Fech the Ferret has enough ill-gotten fans as is. It doesn't matter.
The fuck? I'm pressing every button. I can't go in this thing. I rolled into it. I ran into it. And it's clearly where I'm supposed to go, because everything just funnels you straight down this hill.
I'm gonna play Fech the Ferret myself. Let's see if I can get past this part.
See, there's an invisible wall over here you can't go past. I guess it's not quite invisible because the trees are there, but like... I can see more platforming back there.
Oh dear.
Like, there's more stuff over there. Well, I've managed to just fly now.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh, I ran into a wall. Yeah, Fech was just flying. Oh, that looks like a thing I'm supposed to be able to do in some capacity. Yeah, but not like I was doing it there.
I'm gonna look at... Okay, comments. We've had 2 comments. How the fuck do I get out the starting area? Touch the puzzle pieces.
Puzzle pieces? Oh, these... Oh yeah, I noticed that running into these makes them go somewhere. But never in a million years would I have thought that that was what I was supposed to be doing. Because, like, I thought they were just interactable... whatever.
They do just look like detritus, don't they?
Yeah, I thought it was just like, oh, look, you can bump into things and there's an effect. Well, you could have told me. It didn't.
What do you mean I could have told you? I just found this out.
No, not you. I mean the game. You could have told me that there was a puzzle to solve here.
Okay, I feel bad for the developers of Fech the Ferret now. They all risked it all on like one puzzle, which seemingly doesn't land.
Yeah, there's at least one other person who also didn't realize, because it looks like you're just supposed to go right there, and it just looked like it was broken. You know?
Hmm.
I really like the dynamic music in this, by the way. When you start going fast, the music gets like more chill. Cool. Okay, so we're actually playing Fech. I'm glad that, I didn't just stop there. Like... It really reminds me of this one game. Not placing it. There's something
You
else
keep
I
getting
know
caught
of.
on the ground.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
noticing
bit...
that. Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay, now I broke the game. Now I actually did break it.
Oh no!
If I start the game up again, I have to do all the settings again. I think they may have acidified their game a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. So you might be feeling pretty vindicated, Biz. I don't remember having this much issue with Fech the Ferret before.
Maybe
A
they
little
just bit off more than they
concerning.
could chew this time. I don't know.
Cause like, the movement always felt a lot better. There wasn't that sort of getting stuck on things.
Wasn't there something weird though, like you slowed down every time you jumped or something?
Not that I remember now. I don't remember it feeling so glitchy and rough around the edges. I mean, maybe it did, but there was like less opportunities to notice. Still missing. I thought I hit that one. There we go. Okay, I think I was supposed to land here.
Okay, I'm now about to play Fech the Ferret. Everybody, wish me luck.
I'll wish you cuck. I think these narrow 90-degree corners are not very becoming of a game with this type of movement. Duke? What does Duke mean? Duke? Is that the sound a ferret makes, perhaps? So that's the new tutorial area. Well, I gotta love a good silhouette. Visual style. Yeah, I'm into the visuals in this game for sure.
Okay, I'm playing Fech the Ferret. Everybody, wish me luck.
It's got a little bit of a Untitled Goose Game vibe now. Or Monument Valley type of vibe.
Oh, that's gross. Ugh. When you touch the puzzle pieces, there's like a quarter second where they sort of like you can feel them push against you before they lift up.
Oh. I think the name Monument Valley for a game, or I think that's kind of funny because there's a real life place called Monument Valley. It's in like Arizona or Utah, Colorado, somewhere in there, you know? And it's called that just because it's full of mesas. Or like buttes, like whichever one is the smaller kind. And they're all like they have the pretty striations on them, you know.
Yeah.
So it's called Monument Valley because they look like monuments, right?
Yeah.
But the game called Monument Valley is just a valley that's actually full of monuments.
That's pretty funny.
I really like that game, by the way. It's on Steam now. I've had it on my wishlist for a couple years. I played it on mobile before. And it's basically just sort of like MC Escher type visuals. But like, you have to take them literally. Like, it's like puzzles you have to solve by like moving things so they look like they're in perspective with each other, and then they actually are, you know, that kind of thing. It's a really neat little game.
Okay, I beat the first level of Fech the Ferret.
What do you think of the sound of that, by the way, Biz?
Wait, what?
The game I just described.
That sounds interesting.
It's a really nice game. But please tell me the rhythm game section in this is gone now, because I sucked at that so bad. Oh no, it's still here. Oh no, they kept the rhythm section.
It's pretty funny.
I think I'm doing okay at it. I sucked at these segments in Mario Wonder, too. Ones where you're supposed to jump on the beat. This is why I will never jive with Necrodancer.
Is that goddamn stamina bar?
It's health. Yeah.
Oh.
If you get hit too many times, then the meter never fills up again. At least that's how it is for me. Unless it glitched. Oh yeah, Duke is the sound the ferret makes. A present. A comfy yellow scarf. I can tell by the way Fetch is drawn in the 2D artwork that this is also a furry game. A lot of furry games at Sage. I guess it makes sense, doesn't it? Sonic is furry adjacent.
Yeah.
A lot of overlap between furries and Sonic. I think it's a little bit... Like, I'm sure you can have Sonic that's, like, definitely furry interest, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like they don't necessarily... They're not necessarily the same thing, you know?
Yeah. Sonic characters imply furriness without... Fetch, stop getting caught on things, please. How is this game... I'm sorry. I know I'm a Fetch hater, right?
Uh-huh.
It's just game's been at like how many Sages now, right?
It's been at every one that we've done.
Yeah, and it's like... Why?
So we've
like,
done...
why?
This is their 4th one.
Just put a fucking transparent piece of ground over the ribbed piece. So I don't get, like, stuck, please. Why are you doing this?
They also do that to trees. If you run into a tree, they start glitchily climbing up it.
Just make the tree an object, instead of a normal piece of collision.
Something is causing my, thing to not refill again. think it is you just take hits. I can't tell if I'm collecting those daggers or if they're hurting me.
The next area has failed to load for me. It's just a black screen.
Uh-oh.
I can hear Fetch existing. Just the stage hasn't loaded, so...
Oh no.
I watched 2 of them. I think only 2 of them are out at the minute. Or at least only 2 of them are out on iPlayer. First one was really good. I think the queer rep was like, I don't know, I'm glad it's in your face, so it means that the bigots can't ignore it. But it kind of felt like, you know, your grandmother
Why do you
trying
get
to be
stuck on these
supportive.
little things on the ground? Like, why would you even properly give them
Yeah,
collision?
that's the thing I was just talking about. Yeah, like they could have just all just put like a transparent, like piece of geometry above them.
Yeah, I don't. That's weird. I hope the Fech the Ferret devs will see this, so maybe I can get a couple of answers about some of these game mechanics I'm not understanding.
I just feel like, to some extent, it's like, even when this game's doing well, right?
Uh-huh.
Even when it's doing well, it's like, the most interesting it gets is you're steering left and right between piss trees, right? You know, and it's like not that
It
interesting.
just feels nice going fast, I guess. Oh, you have to go in the water to recharge it.
You have to go in the water to recharge your stamina?
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Wait, are you
yeah,
serious
it didn't
that
load.
people...
It didn't load for me. Just black screen.
Okay, now I just feel bad for them. Like, I feel like they might have just been rushed for this.
Oh.
Well...
oh yeah, I was gonna say, I forget. I was gonna say, did you hear about how a lot of people were, like, legitimately upset at Wayne Radio TV for, like, teasing Half-Life VR AI 2 and then doing a Breaking Bad stream instead?
Oh, I heard
They
about
got a lot of legit vitriol in their chat during that stream. People were legitimately extremely upset. And I was telling them last night, I was like, I feel like if you get legitimately upset at Wayne Radio TV for pulling a prank, you're in the wrong place. So that's just their entire thing, is they're always pranking. They're always being silly.
I saw, wait, just for the record, Shan's saying that apparently a lot of people didn't catch the, like, queer acceptance overtones in the most recent Doctor Who episode, right? Or the second most recent. Maybe third at this point. And I'm like, how the fuck? It was, like, so on the nose. There was some stuff that was, like I thought it was, like, almost, like, a little bit cringe with how, like, straightforward it was, you know? And apparently still, there's some people who are just brick walls.
I was gonna say, like, there was somebody saying that, like, people are, like, complaining, like, oh, you can't pull something like this because of all the autistic people with their special interests you're going to upset.
What?
Yeah, or that's why they were upset about the Wayne Radio TV thing.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Like, you can't do this to all the autistic people the series is the special interest of. Yeah, the person was like... The person I saw quoting that was like... saying that seemed disingenuous.
This feels like the most... it's one thing to use autistic people as a shield. It's another thing to use them as a battering ram.
Yeah. But they were like, yeah, can you please not act like that next time they pull something, please? It was basically, that was the gist of it. Yeah, but I was surprised to hear that they got so much hate over not actually doing it. Even though the whole thing turned out to be a teaser for it. In the end, anyway. Since there's no enemies or difficult obstacles in this game. It's a game about the joy of movement. This is another furry game, I can tell. Just from how this character's depicted.
Good luck putting butter in the fridge.
Fridge butter!
Why did you say that like it was a special move?
Fridge butter!
Fridge butter!
It is my special move.
Fridge butter! Microwave chips! Pot noodle! Oh my god, Elena. Can you imagine?
Uh-huh. Can I imagine what? Double jump thruster has been disabled.
A character whose gimmick is that all their special moves are like food from a certain place. So they have oven chips. They have like oven chips, fridge butter, cup soup.
Oh, the air dash is weird. A wave dash. You can wave dash in this game, and it gives you the little sparkle thing. Like,
I love how the place where they show the wave dash, you have these 3 platforms that are set up just like Battlefield.
oh my god.
So you get the reference. Do you get the reference?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. Good, Elena. Petsy.
I love that the wave dash is ostensibly just a mistake.
Yeah.
And that, everybody loves it so much they keep putting it in stuff on purpose nowadays.
It's so good in Celeste. I've actually been playing Celeste recently. And the wave dash is like half the fun of the entire game.
Oh my god, there's so many stages. I think this game is looking better than we last saw it, if I remember correctly. Looks a bit less programmer arty.
I like to believe this is the definitive quadrupedal game at Sage Christmas. I don't know if that's just me being petty, but I just like it, okay? Leave me alone. And also it runs properly, and also there isn't...
It buns properly.
You don't get stuck on the floor. Also there isn't a puzzle at the beginning.
And there isn't a part where it just fails to play the next level.
Yeah. I think Hoptix
there was a video I saw with a very inflammatory thumbnail the other day. It was just like, are loops actually fun? Or whatever. It was like, what's the point of loops in Sonic? It was like, are these even fun?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Like, I kinda see where they're coming from.
You see? It was like, do we need loops in Sonic? Was basically the gist of the idea of it.
I feel like at the very least in 2D they're like aesthetically pleasing, you know? Because they explain what the game's about, right? A loop the loop, you see your character floor run, wall run, ceiling run, wall run, back to floor run, right?
Uh-huh.
And you see like the gravity's affecting them throughout all that process, right?
Uh-huh.
Like that's it feels like a really elegant way of implying what the game is about, right?
Uh-huh.
I feel like in 3D Sonic games, loop-the-loops at their best are just like the warp stars from Mario Galaxy, you know? They're like a thing that happens between actual segments of gameplay, and they like, you know, they look cool.
You see?
Steve, your youngest green bean bug, is making
You said
quote,
beanbug in
weird
chat.
butt movements.
You gotta post beanbug. You gotta pay the
Oh shit, it's
beanbug
beanbug
tax.
time. I can't post beanbug. Fuck.
Aren't you subscribed? Another
Oh no, here
subscriber
it is.
emote.
Here's one. Shan
No,
says
the
loop the
bean
loops
bug.
emphasis. No, fuck! It's the wrong bean.
That's
no!
just the bean.
But yeah, Shan
There's
says
the bean
loop.
bug.
Like his thing, Shan, is I agree. The loops are emphasizing speed, right? It's just my hot take is that once the game's 3D, right, it becomes a little less about left, right, up, down. It becomes a bit more about like forward, backward, left, right? So I think that like in 3D games, it'd make more sense to have like a banked loop that's horizontal, if that makes sense. Like instead of having a loop the loop, you instead have a bit where the track like basically takes a right by going left, you know, and make it so that's like a really banked turn because it still conveys the speed. No, not a corkscrew. Let me draw one. I mean, can you put an image on screen if I send it to you?
Yeah. I think it's possibly slightly because I'm kind of out of it, but this game is really like getting my attention a lot. Like it's taking my full attention. So I think that's a good sign.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
Uh-huh. It's very mesmerizing to me at the moment. Basically. And I'm not sure how much that would translate to other times I would play it. But for now, it is like that. Let me know when you send me that image.
We'll do Laney.
Because I can't get notifications at the moment.
We'll do my little Lane on pull. We'll do my little Lane stun pull. We'll do my little Lane knight. Woo!
I missed the target.
Oh no! Laney missing the target moments! No!
I do like how much vertical height you can get in this game. You have the double jump, and then you can also do that. And if you have momentum as well, you can really get up really high. It's
And
pretty
you gotta
fun.
warn people before you use the M word.
Before I say momentum.
Shh!
Why?
It upsets people, Elena.
It upsets people?
Yeah, it upsets people when you say the M
I
word
thought people
without
love
warning.
momentum.
Well, not anymore.
Chances, momentum. With all caps at the end of the word.
Shen, no! No, you can't say that shit, no! It became a dirty word during the run up to Frontiers.
Oh.
Because a lot of people were like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if there was momentum in this open world game? You know, open world games, the games where it's just a load of big space to run around in. Wouldn't it be cool if they like
Well,
made running around from... Look at the size of that fucking loop!
Look at how long I got to go full speed there.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah, the other thing that can get you up higher is the little target thing. When you get a good combo of going fast, hitting a target, double jumping, and air dashing, you can go very far up. I like that the levels are called tracks. Like a music track.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
remember
cool.
having some issues with the art in this before, but I think it looks better now. That background is a little... I think that shading could be done better. But that might just be a taste thing, as opposed to it being unfinished. Like when the bunny slides backwards, it's funny. I am playing Hoptix very intently. Speaking of getting upward momentum, I wonder if you could do enough to get over that red thing. Well, I mean, the hitbox might extend past its visuals.
How would you feel if my hitbox extended past my visuals?
I would rest my hand on your hitbox. And think it was funny because it was like floating in front of you.
I think I'd squeak a little.
You'd squeak a little if I put my hand on your hitbox.
Yeah.
What do you think it would feel like if you had a hitbox that was outside of you? And like, people touch that?
I think I'd squeal like a punglet.
No, I mean, what would it feel like? Not what would you do?
It would feel very weird. I think, I think it'd feel like...
Uh-huh.
I think it would feel the exact same as ass envy.
Hitbox envy?
Yes.
Oh my god. Shanna started censoring the word momentum in the chat.
Thank you, Shan.
Oh yeah, Bess, did you hear that Twitch has rescinded their change to the rules to allow artistic nudity? They reverted it. They didn't say so, but my immediate thought was like, oh, advertisers probably complained.
Oh, absolutely.
This must have been advertisers were like, no, you gotta roll it back.
Okay, Elena, put this on screen.
Okay. Copy under, please. There we go.
I just feel like in a 3D game, it'd make more sense, right? Okay, to just have big banked turns for loops, right?
I see.
Because when you're on this banked turn, it's like, you know, you're having to turn to the side, right, against G-force to keep yourself on them in the middle, right?
Uh-huh.
But then also the sides are like banked, so then gravity is pushing you down towards the down as well. So that's like interesting.
Uh-huh.
You know, you're interacting with like all this angled geometry that's at like interesting angles, and you can like, you know, if you push yourself up the bank, that's like that's gonna use speed. If you pull yourself down towards the center, that might gain you some. There could be rings at different points. You're like still steering, still playing, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I think the fact that you're on like a big bank turn thing feels fast. It feels like a NASCAR thing, you know? It sells the idea this is a fast character doing fast shit.
That's one of the ways they make the roller coasters feel faster at Disneyland. That's one of the things.
Turns.
Yeah. That's one of the things I'm like really fascinated about with those roller coasters in particular. In particular Space Mountain, which is an indoor roller coaster, and it feels like really long and really fast when you're on it, right? But it never goes faster than like 20 miles per hour.
That makes sense.
And basically, or because it's indoors, so they had to really condense it, right? But they make it feel fast by A, you're in the dark, so you can't see anything that's coming up or what's happening or anything, right?
Yeah.
They blow extra air on your face during the faster parts, so it feels like you're going faster. And then, like I said, they bank the corners all the time. Where it's like, it's not going fast enough to like do that on its own due to the momentum, right? Like it's not like when you're in a car and it like banks because it's going fast. It's just, it banks because the track turns sideways, right? But your brain will interpret that as like, whoa, we're going around the corner so fast, you know? There we go.
Banks Yeah, that's how it's spelled.
Yeah, just like other uses of the word bank. Spelled the same. Bank is like a synonym for like tilt. But is like particularly refers to like when you have like a floor that then like twists and tilts up, you know?
It's because
That's a
bank.
bank.
It's
Or the side of
because
something can be the bank, like the bank of the road.
I think it's because banking means to build something up, right? So what happened is sometimes if you were like piling dirt on top of dirt, that'd be banking dirt, right? So then what happened?
Are they
So then
saying
what
like
happened?
they've... Because like, that's how they would have built them on like old racetracks.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And that's also the
sandbank. There's
reason
also
they
the word embankment, which is related.
yeah, and
Something
then
that has been banked.
flood banks are the sand you pile up to collect water in places where it, like, you know, floods. And then also the phrase, and then recently on TikTok, the phrase "big bank" means huge ass because of the time, which is also money. You'll know time and money are the same thing. That you have invested building the ass.
Well... What if it was a stank bank? Because there's parts that come out of there.
Shut the fuck up. They don't come out of there, they come out of the digestive system, which is behind the ass.
Well, that's the final exit, you know?
Oh, shut the fuck up. I really want people to understand the, like...
I need to realize I'm not supposed to jump over that.
The asshole, like, distinction.
This is your soapbox. This is your campaign platform.
It is. God, their fucking 360 movement engine is so much better than mine. I think I'm gonna cry for 10 hours. Like, look at how good this is. Makes mine look like piss on the water.
I don't actually know what's different, other than I know yours doesn't include different angles other than 45 degrees.
No, I'm talking about my newer one, which does include angles other than 45 degrees.
Oh yeah, your little Sonic one?
Yeah, this is
with
just
the
more
circles
robust.
And stuff.
It can handle a lot more stuff.
What do you mean by that?
Well, specifically the distinction between terrain, which is ground, which you, like, run on, and then things that, like the parts where it connects or doesn't is more advanced, you know?
I see.
Like, basically, my player character is either within range of something that's considered a slope, at which point they will run across anything, you know? They will do a 180-degree turn in a couple pixels around an object, you know? Trace its fucking outline, even if it's like jarring, or they don't, or they just go straight around. They go straight in the direction they're currently going. And I mean, I could fix that by making it so that it, like, if it gets to the end of a movement check, and at that point it's like turned more than a certain number of degrees over a certain number of distance, then it'll just, like, snap back to where it was, and then this time not follow the ground and move. But, like, do you understand how much fucking work that's gonna be? And then also you got questions, like, at that point, if you go faster, like, imagine you go like a fucking million miles an hour. It's just the amount of degrees you can turn basically on a dime increases, and it doesn't really make sense. Ugh, such a big old penis in the anus.
Okay. I got 2 more of them somewhere. Okay, 1 more. Ugh, this game is like putting me into a trance.
It is?
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, you only just made that connection now, Shan?
Oh.
A bank
It's
is
full
like,
of money.
it's like a bank is like where you've built up the money in the same way somebody would build up the dirt.
Yeah. So it is called the same word, basically.
Yeah. Hey, Ellen, I can't remember. Is complaining about the lack of gold standard a conservative dog whistle?
That's a money thing, right?
Yeah, it's like apparently the US used to guarantee you a certain amount of gold per dollar or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Because
then
the,
they
the
stopped.
value of the dollar was based on the their gold reserve, you know.
Yeah. Shan, I'm not trying to dunk.
No, I'm
I was
always happy to teach you English stuff.
I was mostly just saying it because I wasn't sure, like, at what point you put the message. So I was clarifying what thing you were replying to specifically. Or, like, giving you a chance to correct me if I had, like, misunderstood. I went on the record that, like, you're always going to be, like, a quintillion times more impressive than me with language. Like...
Yeah, because you know 3 languages.
What's the word for somebody who's, like... Is a polyglot anybody above 2, or does it have to be like above? Like...
I think it's gonna be like 5 or something like that.
Okay, that's silly because the
quote me
word
on
poly
that.
just means numerous or whatever. It just means. But yeah.
Well, I think when there's just only 3, you generally call that trilingual. So maybe it's 4 or more, because then like they don't go like quadlingual and etc.
Yeah.
You know.
Because I need to stress something, by the way. Whenever I talk about like word origins and stuff, right? Most English speakers don't pick up on this stuff, right?
Capsule beach.
Like most English speakers you meet on the street wouldn't know all this
Oh
shit.
look, it's
right?
like it's a water slide. This.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cute.
Like Shan, for the record, you speak English better than most people I know at work.
Yeah, that's the thing with non-native English speakers. You know, that's the joke. They're always like, they always say sorry for my English and then write like the most like perfectly written thing you've ever read. Just perfect grammar. In fact, they have better grammar because, you know, they tend to be like taught like to like focus on that stuff. You know.
In fact, if anything, I would say that like, people who have English as a second language, right, tend to have the same benefit that poly people do in relationships, right? Or in fact, gay people in relationships as well, right? It's that, like...
What if you're gay and also have multiple languages?
Then
it's extra good.
I think but it's about different... I think I'm gonna pummel you. Because, like, people who have, like... People who, like... You know, English is their first language, right? They don't see language, almost. You know, they don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like... I think learning a language just by sort of just growing up and existing in it, primarily, is different than learning it just by, like, the grammar alone, you know? Like, learning it like you would, like, learn in, like, English class in school, you know?
Yeah.
But that's just your only exposure to the language.
Like, you're not even aware of the rules, or, like, the fact that it is a language, almost. It's invisible to you.
That's why, like, when you're learning a language, sort of immersing yourself in it is one of the most helpful things.
Yeah. But that's one of the reasons that, like, I think that, like, this is why I always say that I think people who are poly tend to be better at, like, relationship stuff in general. Is that, like, they don't...
Because it's just normal.
No, if you don't... I'm not actually saying the opposite of that.
Okay, go on.
Normal people who, like, you know, normal straights who are, like, hetero or whatever, right? They don't think about relationship dynamics. They think of relationships as things that happen to them, right? And they view themselves as non-agents in the way their relationships work,
They often believe they deserve them as well. Like, it's like a thing everybody gets to have and should have, is a relationship.
Whereas people who are poly, they know that they know effectively that they have a set of their own. They understand sort of more dynamically their own needs, and also the fact that they are
like,
making a contract. You know,
it's not like a contract, because that's the like people seem to handle relationships contractually mindedly, you know.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know, it kind of works. I think the thing is, like, I don't know. I think that, like,
I think about that, you know, where it's like, they believe their partner's gotta, like, give them everything that they need all the time, you know, like, this has to be the one person that I need. Like, they literally, a lot of cases, will get upset if they even, like, spend too much time with friends and not them, you know?
Yeah.
Or without them, or stuff like that. It's like, it's so much easier when you have a lot of partners, because it doesn't matter what one person gives for you, they give you themselves, you know?
Yeah.
You can have plenty of different people who mean different things to you in your life. And it doesn't diminish the other thing, you know?
I remember once I knew a person, right? And so it's like one of the few, like, properly, fully, like, straight, and, you know, like, normie in every category friends I've had, right? One of the things that really interested me about them is that, like, they would sometimes spend long periods of time away from their partners, right?
Huh?
To see if they, quote, missed them like a partner or not.
Yeah, I remember that one. I heard that one.
And it's weird because it's this thing where it's like this person basically just doesn't trust themselves to evaluate whether somebody's place in their life is good or not.
I think I remember you telling me about it. That's where my memory of it is from. I don't think I ever heard that one myself.
Yeah, it's just a thing where it all comes down to mysticism and talk about, is somebody the one? Is this real love? And it's like, well, there's no such thing. I don't know. What the fuck is real love?
Like, there's very little distinction between somebody who I consider just a friend and who I consider a partner. Like, in terms of stuff I'm willing to do with them or whatever, you know? Like, for me, I think somebody being a partner is just sort of like, just a meaning thing, you know? Like, does this person mean enough? Like, I think usually the metric I use to decide if this is somebody who I think of as a partner is just where I feel, like, really clingy. Like, I don't ever want to not have them around, you know? Like, if it's somebody I want around, like, literally all the time, then it tends to be more of that category for me. Like, obviously I can have friends that I like a lot too, but it's like, I guess when somebody is a friend, it's like, I like it obviously if we talk a lot, but also like the friendship doesn't like wane if we like spend time apart a lot, you know? But sometimes partners are like that too, so I'm not exactly sure where the distinction is.
That is one of the things that's different between me and you.
It's just something where it's like, I just kind of know it, you know? Like, I don't really need to explain it.
You have some that are in a far orbit, and I can't do that. For me, it's like my distinction is just literally, am I willing to talk to you basically every day?
Yeah, I think mine's similar, but like there's nuance even there, you know. It's not a rule. I don't really have any rules in regards to this stuff, you know. Just kind of just is what it is.
Well, I mean, maybe one day. Okay.
Well, that's the thing, Shan, is like, for me, it's not like an energy thing. I do it this way because it's just easy. It feels easy that way, you know?
I'm glad you're working on stuff, Shan. I was gonna say, like, at the minute, like, it does feel like you've got enough. I feel like your relationship with yourself should probably be your, like, priority at the minute. But that being said, it would be nice if you found somebody to be around who gave you more energy than they took. Yeah. That's kind of the ideal a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. It's like, for me, it's like the more I've got, just like in terms of friends in general, then like the more energized I feel, you know? I don't put energy in to interact with people, I get energy out of it. Also, speaking of roller coasters, there's roller coaster platforms on this level. Forgot to mention.
Oh, cool. Oh, like all people, I do that. Hmm.
Next, there's more? Nope. Did next, but it just brought me back. Well, that game was very pleasant.
I can relate
I
to
think
that,
I
Shan.
may have ended up playing that one for quite a while. You can't tell.
I'm actually in kind of a bad situation at the minute, because, like, I'm like that only when it comes to physical stuff at the minute. Like, I don't like my, like, physical self at the minute. So I tend to, like, I don't know. Intellectually, I'm fine with, like, relationships and stuff. But then physically, I have an insecurity, which then means I tend to not like hanging out with people much in the same place. So I don't know.
I just have
It is-
weird social anxiety that's not really attached to anything material.
Oh, Elena, I would.
My social anxiety is very weird and specific. It's basically just... Oh, yeah, miss?
I wonder what it would be like in the same location.
Basically, I have an issue in real life and also virtually. If I have to enter a place where people are already at, it doesn't matter who it is or how well I know them or whatever, if I have to step in there, I can't do it. If there's already people in there. So like if I'm invited to a Discord server or whatever, it's really hard because I have to click the button to enter the server. Which is very similar to the real life thing of opening a door to go in somewhere or walking through a door or whatever, you know? Something I have to do. But if I'm already in a place and people just show up, then I'm fine. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
That is weird.
I don't know exactly where that comes from. And it's like my one big anxiety. I just can't do it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so bad like that. It just completely stops me.
Hey, Elena.
Yeah?
I need to quickly go put some food in the microwave.
Oh, can you send me another game?
I will send you
so I got something
this.
to do? Oh. These are the most annoying dudes to run into on a hike.
Put it on screen.
Wait, hold on. Copy link. Oh, that's a desktop one. You're just gonna let me sit here with nothing?
I'll get you something. But you'll regret it.
Uh-oh.
You'll
There you
regret it,
go.
though.
These are the most annoying dudes to run into on a hike.
You're gonna fucking regret it, though. Okay, BRB.
Yeah, I'm definitely more out of it than I have been on streams before, because I'm getting that... Oh, it's extreme formula! Anyway, I'm getting that thing where, my hair feels weird on me. Like, it feels, like, weird and, like, it's, like, pulling on me. I don't know how to describe it exactly. It's not one of my favorite parts of this. But it really freaked me out the last time this happened. But this time I'm more aware of what it is, so not quite bothering me the same way. But that Hoptix game really just like... I was just in the zone with it, you know? And I got so in the zone, I was like, okay, yeah, it's the... it's the stuff doing that. I did like the game, though. Yeah, I know. It's just like... it was so just like... did the stereotypical thing, you know, where I'm just kind of just like... updates, you know? Now that it's off my screen, I'm a little more with it again. Because Sonic games always have that thing where it's like, they go by so fast, you know? And sometimes, like, the pixels move so fast you can't quite focus on them. You know, they get a little bit blurry looking. It was kind of like that with this, but like more so. No, this is just the Christmas stage logo. And I put it on my screen. I cannot take credit for that one. Almost there. Yeah, how I would describe how I've been feeling the last while. I'd heard it described this way before, and I can confirm it's true. It just kind of feels like... It feels like you're about to... Like, it feels kind of like you do when you're about to fall asleep. But then you never fall asleep and you're just awake the whole time. So, kind of pleasant. We're waiting for the game to download, by the way. I had to download it through Steam. And it's a lot of gigabytes. Well, it's only 3 of them, but like still, you know. Feels like a comfortable state to be in, yeah. It can also... it just depends, because it can also easily go into panicky territory. Which it did for me, once. Which was not the most fun. Today it was maybe like a little bit getting like uh-oh, panicky type of feeling, but not too much. It's mostly where I wanted it to be. Being on the stream and like being occupied doing something helped me not get so panicky, I think, so. It has worked out. I don't know if it's made me, particularly entertaining today or not. As I was hoping for, but... Uh-oh, loud. There we go. Much better. Window. There we go. 1. Okay, where can I set the resolution? I guess it was just... Oh, there you go. Oh, it's actually just resizing the window as I click the options. There we go, 720. That was a little bit silly to try and set, but here we go. So arcade is all we have. So we've played this once before. Let me get it captured for you before I actually start playing it. Would probably be a good idea. Hope you've enjoyed the music at least. We'll do normal. Oh yeah, the weird human characters. I like this girl. I think this is the same one I picked last time. Why? I don't want it full screen. I can't read the chat. There. And let me move the window back where I wanted it. There we go. Let's get the spin move like F-Zero 99. Oh, that's the button to burst. Okay. Oh, rocket music in the sun, huh? Out. I do not like this type of F-Zero racer at all. I'm sorry. I wish this had just been a car racer, like the racing segments in Spark 3. Were very much the best part of that game. Hi, Vince. I'm playing that.
Nice, how's it going?
I'm getting my ass handed to me.
You gotta admit the art's quite nice.
Yeah. This is... Other than the human characters, this is probably one of the best looking like Fepard games so far.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't just keep having 4Me characters, to be honest.
You should put a 4Me in this. You know, do like F-Zero and just have like a crossover character. You do Spark, but he looks like a guy now. Yeah. He's just a human jester.
Spark now, but he looks like a realistic ant.
My god. Who let this ant at the gay bar? I think Spark the Electric Jester should visit a gay bar.
Yeah, honestly.
I feel like every race, it changes its resolution. I guess that's fine. Because you're here now, so you can read the chat. I can't see the chat now.
Shan says, "Oh no!" That's the last thing in chat.
I think that was because I said sometimes this stuff makes me feel a little bit on the panicky side.
Why is it sometimes? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh, why is it sometimes
like,
put a tone in? Why is it putting a tone indicator on screen?
Piece of shit. I can't help it. Every time I see the tone indicator POS, my brain just interprets it as piece of shit. Like, even though I know what it means, still it never fails every time. It's just a piece of shit.
I feel like I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I'll probably get flack for this, but I think tone indicators are a failed experiment.
Jan Measley would agree with you.
Because I feel like the fundamental thing is, right, is...
just use an emoji.
Yeah, like that's the thing, is that like, if there's a solution, okay, so two things, right? Number one, if there's an accessibility problem that can be solved either through a clunky, weird, overly formal thing, right? Or something that is casual and generally blends into the environment, people are going to pick the second one.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is, people are like, oh, a lot of those products you see on TV are like actually accessibility aids, like the hand grabbers and the snuddies and all that stuff, right? And they're like, well, people who have,
But not Crocs.
But not Crocs, no.
Always gonna think of that.
But that idea, though, it's like people are more likely to take something that is marketed to everybody, but benefits specifically people with their condition, than they are to take the thing that is, like, advertised, Is
the mouse on screen? I hope it hasn't been.
No? Oh, no, it is. Yeah, it's there.
No.
It's there.
It shouldn't be now. We're in outer space, Bis.
I come to think of it, this could be a prequel to Spark. Because it takes place in the solar system.
What if it was the Swoller system? And everyone there was buff?
Don't make me dig up that buff Spark art he used to use on stream. You ever seen that?
Probably.
Oh, he had like huge nips and everything.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that.
He has like a He-Man jaw.
Oh lord. I'm not gonna get art of my characters like that, am I? We're not gonna have buff He-Man Ella. The gimmick of this level is you're not allowed to boost. Except for that one small segment. Because you're using the oxygen to breathe now instead of just for boost.
God, think about how much that your driver must be gulping down.
I mean, oxygen is extremely flammable. Makes a good jet fuel, I guess. I don't know, but it's probably not true.
But like, when you turn your jets on, look at how much more powerful they get, and be like, if that's the amount of energy stored in the oxygen, like what the fuck are they like doing? Fucking, are they fucking lifting weights in there?
Well, all they have to do is suck the oxygen out of the air. They don't have to burn it.
No, but the burning happens inside the cells.
Yeah, but... well, I guess... I don't know.
Could it be that I'm right?
Funny enough, this game is less trance-inducing to me than Hoptix was. Not pulling me in like Hoptix did. I finished in 6th place. Oh.
I'm worried this game isn't going to succeed.
It is a tad generic.
Yeah, because like Lake went from serving like an underserved audience, arguably some of the best food they've ever eaten, but now it's like indie games that are F-Zero are like so fucking many.
A dime a dozen. There's like multiple of them that I know on the Switch alone.
And despite each one coming along and being called the new F-Zero, it never seems to actually appease the people who want a new F-Zero. They're never happy.
I want a new Super NES F-Zero because I'm a freak.
I think that's because, okay, I'm gonna make a hot take here, right? I feel like there's a good contingent of Sonic fans who have been able to reverse engineer what is cool about Sonic, right? At this point, they just want those ideas to be evolved on and for something to carry the spirit. F-Zero fans want to see F-Zero on the box and go, happy fuckle! Captain Falco! Oh my god, it's Samurai Goro in glorious HD.
I get to see his ball sack this time.
Oh my god, it's Jody Summer in glorious HD. Oh my god, it's Mr. Is it Mr. Who's the one who's like Mario? Mr. EAD in glorious HD.
I remember, what was I gonna say? Oh. Fuck. I don't know what lets them, like, all get past me like that. I'm missing some boosters or something somewhere? Like, and then sometimes I just go past everybody, see that? I don't know what determines who's going fast or not.
Maybe who's boosting? Because you passed them when they were boosting, and maybe they then passed you when they were boosting.
Did I ever tell you about the dream I had where I had built a nuclear bomb that was capable of destroying the world in like a little plastic Tupperware container?
No, you have not told me this.
Yeah. And
why'd you do that?
I don't know. It just kind of happened. I don't even remember making it in the dream. It was just, it kind of started where it was like, oh yeah, I made this thing. Like it skipped the part where I actually made it. What the? Wanna resize the window like that?
This is a prequel to Breaking Worse.
Have you been checking the chat for us, Bisty?
Yeah, nothing in chat since.
Okay. But yeah, and I remember one of the chemicals in it was called nitrogen nitrate. And somehow it was like a gritty green paste.
Oh.
Yeah, and so also somehow how this worked was just that like it was like a chain reaction of chemicals like thermite and you know that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's really it like burns at a really high temperature.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of things like that stacked up in like this clear plastic container. Culminating with nitrogen nitrate. And then there was like a little spacer, and above it was just like a 1-inch cube of uranium. Like I made a lot of. I made a big deal about how important it was that the uranium was in a cube. You know, it kind of looked exactly. So Sasha and I had recently made like cookies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, the cookie dough, came out in like these little like square chunks like that, right? But they were red colored cookies. And it was basically exactly like the cookie dough squares, but in green. Is what the uranium looked like.
Wow. Incredible.
Anyway, I made a big deal about how everything would burn so hot in this chain reaction that it would cause the uranium to become molten, which then is what would cause it to start reacting and explode.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow the fact that it was molten uranium made it a lot more powerful somehow, and it was going to destroy the entire world if I accidentally were to let it off.
Why'd you make that, dumbass?
I don't know. And I was like flaunting it around. I was like joking. I was like, whoa, don't let me drop it. You know, that kind of thing. It was really just kind of being an asshole, wasn't I?
I'm imagining killing you as we speak.
No. And then I was trying to, like, disassemble it without setting it off. It was basically like as soon as I got those other chemicals away from the uranium, there was no chance of it exploding anymore. It was just the fact that they were all in there in that little container like that. Is what put them at risk of exploding. It kind of reminds me, Bis, I once had a dream that I had the power to like control anything with my mind.
Yeah.
Right? Like I could just think something and it would happen. And I remember being like, oh my god, I gotta be really careful not to think about the universe ending. And then I remember I was told like, oh no, don't worry, you're not that powerful. Like there's a limit to that. I was like, oh, phew.
Great.
And it's always just, everything is actually just you and your brain in your dream. So it was basically my brain reassuring myself. Like, no, no, you can't end the universe, don't worry. Try again. No, I don't think I will. There is a lot more tracks to pick from though.
I feel like...
Which one of these seems most interesting?
We've done 2 hours, 15 minutes, Elena. It might be about time to wrap up.
I wanna look at... Do you wanna look at Cloud Locust, which looks like it's got like a city? Or do you wanna look at High Hook Heights? High Hook Heights? What do you mean Mars USA? What do you mean Mars USA? There's also a big city after that track. Let's do this one. I'm not gonna do all 4. Let's play as the pink one this time. He also has a robot with her. High Oak Heights. Oh, it was misspelled in the menu. Oh, this is really pretty. Look at the visuals here, Bis.
This does look nice.
This reminds me of home.
So just
oh yeah,
checking,
this is realistic actually, Bis, because theoretically, like there's like a theoretical plan for how to terraform Mars, right?
Yeah.
And basically, one of the first plants that would get introduced in a terraforming project with Mars is evergreen trees, because they're especially hardy, and they can like produce the soil needed. You know.
I see. What are you gonna do about the fact that there's only 100th of the atmosphere you need?
Well, that's why you plant. You have to get enough atmosphere pumped in first, and then you can plant the trees, and then the trees will start producing the oxygen and that kind of stuff. So, from what I know now, you'd probably be better off trying to produce an ocean on the planet first and filling it with diatoms. If you want oxygen. Apparently, diatoms are mostly responsible for oxygen production. Like almost entirely, like 90% of it.
So, quick question, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to do this race and then maybe wrap up? It's kind
I'm
of
doing one more after this, because I want to take a look at it. It looked interesting.
Okay.
So how have you enjoyed the stream today?
Actually, it's been one of the bad ones.
Yay! Yeah, I've had a good time. We got through a lot more games today than we did last time. We only did 3. Just because an hour was Bingo the Multiva time. It's alright, check out the FlutterBug YouTube channel if you want to see an hour of Lumiva Legacy. Man, when the dev was here, I should have asked him more about the name. I've always been so curious.
Oh yeah, we should have done, shouldn't we?
Like, where did you get the name Bingo the Multiva? Where did the name Lumiva Legacy come from? You know?
I feel like Multiva just comes from like, cause like let's be honest, Bingo was originally kind of a Chow, right?
Uh-huh.
And Chow are their gimmick is that they're flexible and that they can, you know, become multiple. They can take on multiple different qualities.
Uh-huh.
So I think it was just a play on that, effectively.
I see. The Multiva.
Is Bingo still a Multiva or is Bingo a Lumivia? I'm really proud of how well we conducted ourselves when we had the dev of Bingo in chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Mr. Incredible becoming uncanny meme, and the happy face one is just Bis when Lumiva Legacy Dev is in the chat, and then the uncanny one on the other side is Bis when Fech the Ferret Dev is in the chat.
No, I'd be polite if they were here. I don't know. It just Fech the Ferret feels like a game which a lot of people are into, but it uniquely does not tickle me.
It's got nice visuals.
Also, when I talk about us being well behaved in front of the Bingo person, it's just I feel like I'm gonna die.
Oh no.
I'm dying. I'm dead.
Oh no, are you gonna live?
No, that's the opposite of being dead, dumbass.
I'm dead. Uh-oh, are you gonna survive? Alright, let's check out this trace. This game really needs a much better starting sound effect, by the way. Whoa!
This is undead.
That was it. That was great. Did you see that? That city reveal? But yeah, like, not only is it a really terrible noise, but also it's extremely quiet, so in a lot of tracks you just can't hear it. But you really need to hear it so that you know when to start boosting. You need to turn on the accelerator. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is drawing. Did you see my post about how the other day I turned around and saw Sasha like hunched over her desk and there was dodo birds all over her screen?
Oh. Oh, I feel
confused. You feel weird?
I feel like I've gotten a tiny bit of curry in my nose or something.
Actually, that's just me.
Get the fuck out of there!
Doing a little jig. I'm like doing a little, you know, I'm doing the Lethal Company dance there.
I should draw an undead Bis for Halloween next year.
Undead Bis?
Yeah.
And I should draw Fairy Elena.
Oh, I was gonna fuse the concepts and go for kind of like a White Diamond's Pearl sort of look. Or White Diamond's current Pearl, or past... Whatever. Elena is the current Bis. Imagine if we made that part of our vows.
I'll always be your curry, and you'll always be my nose.
Piece of shit 1. Piece of shit 2. Piece of shit 1.
Piece of shit 1. Piece of shit 2. Piece of shit 3.
Why does it have to be pause? I love that one Tumblr post where somebody's like got the Breaking Bad screenshots and like it has the caption like of Jesse being like, why'd they change it from possum to opossum? Like, why'd they gotta make him Irish? And somebody replies saying, Breaking Bad memes are better than the actual show. And somebody's like, this is an actual quote, you idiot. This just is the show.
Possums are interesting because they are the only marsupial that lives outside of Australia.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
They're the miracle marsupial that didn't get locked to Australia when the continents shifted.
Also, by the way, just mentioning, my watch through of Better Call Saul has been pretty slow, right? But I just went on the record that Chuck's a piece of shit. Hate Chuck. I think Chuck should be thrown in a wood chipper.
I saw a post that was Walter and Saul the other day, and it just said, I just got divorced, are you gay?
Yeah, I sent that to you! I sent that to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yay. Alright, that's it for this game. Did you enjoy?
I enjoyed it.
Uncle Clark?
I
One of
guess
the
it's
characters
been
is
a really
Uncle
good stream.
Clark. Yeah, I had a great time. How many more Christmas Sage things do you think are left? Like, do we have enough for one more stream of this, or...?
Okay,
You
so
wanna
we
call it
have
good
to
tonight?
get fucking Parsec installed.
Oh yeah! Write
Bad,
that down
naughty
somewhere.
little shit. Okay, so Parsec for fucking... What was it that used that? It was Super
Your mother?
Freaks 1 Ultimate Edition 2.0.
Yes, okay.
You could probably try the latest demo of Mechanico.
Mechanical.
Mechanico, yeah. It's the one that started off as like a Sonic AU, and then everybody was like, this has nothing to do with Sonic.
I
Make it a
gotta
new
remember
game.
the name of that one that
And
I
they did
really
it.
liked in September.
You could
With
try
Roy.
Havoc Fox. You could try... You could try Advent Neon demo, Bracket Chain maybe if you feel like it. Sonic Spectre.
Bracket? Isn't that Guilty Gear character that everyone liked?
No. Baps you, baps you, baps you, baps you, baps you, baps you, baps you.
So basically what I'm hearing is we have enough for another stream.
I'm organising a community stream of Sonic Battle or Christmas eventually.
Well, it better be
feel
before
like
Christmas. You got a week.
Shut your little mouth, bum pie hole. What was that?
My mouth pops?
Yeah, your mouth, bum pie hole.
Did you want the pie to go in there?
You could try Radventure. Is Radventure... Like, I don't know what to think of that entire thing, to be honest.
I don't know what it is.
You need to play Nadine Diamond in the
Homestuck is
Grave, 'cause
updating
it's-
again?
No, that's Homestuck Squared. It's Homestuck Beyond Canon. It's a sequel thing.
So... We'll be back with this on Thursday, right?
But yeah, Nadine Diamond in the Grave you gotta play because it's by your girlfriend. So there'll be like no sex for 10 years if you don't play that.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so we'll be back with that on Thursday, right?
Sounds good.
And then, as for me, I might stream, I'm gonna try to stream on Tuesday or Wednesday as well.
Okay.
Mario RPG, and maybe something else, depending on how early I manage to get myself up. Which is often not very early, but I'll try.
I will say what is weird, right, is that people are suddenly caring about Homestuck Squared updating. Like, nobody cared for the longest time. People were like, oh, this is a shitty sequel series, who cares? It's nothing important, nobody likes it. But then, it just suddenly, people start acting like it matters. I'm like, what the fuck?
Alright, well thank you everybody for watching, we'll see you again in a few days. Bye bye.